Hello, this is Matt on the Moon Lambeau channel. As all of you know, XRP Ledger is a blockchain that does not have mining, so there's no financial incentive to supporting the network, not directly anyway. And David Schwartz has famously said and famously argued for years on end that when it comes to this topic, the best incentive is no incentive. Now, not everybody agrees on that. I've always found his arguments to be compelling, and I'm not going to delve deeply into this video. That's not the purpose of this. I got something additionally interesting to share with you. But since there's, it's not the case that there's mining and you're not getting mining rewards because, all the XRP was created at inception, there are fewer validators than there otherwise would be. There's no money. Now, there's obviously, there's very obvious positives to this as well. You're going to have, at least the concept is, people who have nothing but very genuine interest and in the long-term viability of the XRP ledger. And so for the people that are there, incentives are more likely than not going to be intensely aligned. And then there are also advantages to the way that the XRP ledger is programmed when it comes to the consensus mechanism, blazing fast, transactions virtually free, things along those lines. But even though that's the case, you got to admit, and you got to love the validators out there that are doing the work that they're doing. It is time consuming for some of the validators out there to do what they're doing. And you do need to have a certain level of technical proficiency to do it. If it were more simplistic, I probably would have considered doing it myself. But when it comes to, coding stuff, the developer type of activity, anything getting into that realm, that is not the world that I live in. So I appreciate those who do have that expertise and know what they're doing. But now there's a new project that's moving forward to actually financially reward validators out there. And I can't think of a single reason that this would be bad because, and I just found out about this today. So, I guess in theory I could change my mind, but I can't think of a single reason this is bad. To me, it seems like a net plus because even if you agree with David Schwartz and you find his case compelling that the best incentive is no incentive, even if you find that compelling, what you'll find here as I go through this video and explain this to you, it's not like we're talking about changing the nature of the XRP ledger itself. Like there's not an amendment being proposed here. There's a separate project built on top of the XRP ledger. There's a token called Zerpaay, ZRPY, which does have actual value today. And that will be used to financially reward validators. That's the project. And so it's not yet launched. They're working on this. I find that interesting. And so again, since it's not like it's changing layer one of the XRP ledger, this is something that they're choosing to do. And there's an entire community around all of this. So I think it sounds like a really cool idea. I want to share with you the specifics. I can't think of a reason it's bad. If you can think of one, tell me. I can't. And it's not like, with the decentralized nature of the XRP ledger anyway, like even if anyone has that stance, and I haven't seen anyone with that stance yet, but even if you had that stance, you can't stop it anyway with the decentralized nature of the XRP ledger. And to what degree would it actually be detrimental anyway? Like it's basically people saying, here's a thing that is of value because the market says so. Here's who we're going to give it through. Here's the process, basically. And so here's the official Zerpaay account. It's Zerpaay that's putting this together. And so the Zerpaay account just this morning shared the following. And this is interesting because I've never seen anything like this. I've been in the XRP community over 6 years, never seen anything like this. So I wrote the following. 2 weeks ago, we teased that we had a truly revolutionary idea. Today, we share it with you. The Zerpaay XRPL Validator Rewards Program. We are setting aside 6 million Zerpaay, ZRPY, from our holdings to give bi-weekly rewards to all functional XRP ledger validator operators. And folks, I'd hope that part of the intent is to encourage more people, more entities out there to become validators on the XRP ledger because there's a financial reward. And again, and the cool thing about it is it's community driven. And so you could sit there thinking, well, why is the community going to support this? If they're just going to give our funds to other people, you could see, in theory, you could come across some people who aren't necessarily thrilled about that. I don't personally, in thinking through this for some time this afternoon, I don't imagine that would be a problem, to be honest with you. Because what's happening is that there's a certain overlap of interests between, even if you're just like, if you're a holder, or even if you're a speculator on the damn thing, there's a certain amount of overlap in interest, because even if you're just wildly speculating, you want the XRP ledger to be healthy. You want things to go into that direction. And you might choose to speculate if you know that this is a token that's on the XRP ledger that's designed to help. It might give you confidence that it's going to like for the long haul, be around. And so when I started thinking about it like that, I was like, that actually probably makes a lot of sense. And again, these are some of my initial thoughts, because like I admitted, like I just came across this today. I mean, they just announced this, some of the more specifics today. So I'm sure I'll be thinking about it some more, but just my initial reaction is like, I couldn't think of a single legitimate concern here, to be honest with you. Anyway, Zerpaay continues. A unique trait of the XRP ledger has always been the best incentive is no incentive mindset, in which validator nodes operate to support the network they utilize. But running a validator can be expensive and time-consuming, limiting the number of people who are willing to partake. By contributing our own token, which now has a market value and which is birthed from this network, we hope to provide some additional and regular monetary incentive for those who are working hard to make the network function. Let me pause right here. I think I've got it pulled. Yeah, here we go. So here is the Zerpaay token, currently worth, according to this website, a little over 2 cents. Market cap $765,000. Now, it is a bit all over the place. You know, this is normal. Like when you have a smaller cap coin, the level of volatility is going to be much more substantial than a mid cap coin or a large cap coin. There's less money in it, fewer participants, so it only makes sense. That's always the case in crypto. But earlier it was actually, I saw it like $977,000 market cap, so it's moving a lot. But that's, again, I think perfectly normal for a small cap coin like this. But it's just cool because the community came around and decided this is something neat, we like this, it has value, and there are people actually building on top of the XRP ledger. It just seems neat. And I don't have this coin. Maybe I will in the future. I just found out about this today. I don't pretend to know everything that's occurring in the XRP community. And so even though I'm sure a lot of you listening are familiar with Zerpaay, ZRPY, to be honest with you, man, like going through my feed, there's no shortage of mentions of all sorts of different coins. I could never reasonably research them all. And so sometimes maybe I'm glossing over something, scrolling past something that's a good project, but probably a lot of the stuff that pops in my feed on social media platform X is a bunch of crap and a bunch of meme coins and maybe some outright scams. So I never know which I think I'm getting, I really should be giving all my attention to, but luckily we have a nice community that kind of helps to, push the things to the top that are of actual value here. And so anyway, I just think that this is cool. This is something that builders on the XRP ledger created. There used to be zero value, and now the market has decided, and the community surrounding this has decided, at the moment I'm recording this, it's worth, as a market cap, $765,000. I just think that's cool as hell. Anyway, the comments from Zerpaay continue. In addition, we hope to encourage other projects with their own tokens to contribute to this effort. For every contribution of other projects' tokens into our program, we commit to burning 20% of that monetary value in the overall supply of Zerpaay, up to $10,000 per project. Why wait for others? Why not begin ourselves? Please watch this space for further information as we work out technical details of this program. Through this effort, we hope to do our part to contribute to a robust and strong XRP ledger. And so again, I think it's cool. It's real builders taking real initiative, and it's something that will actually help the XRP ledger itself. It's circularly supportive. That's awesome. So here's a post from XRP community member Panos. He shared that thread, and he's actually the reason that I came across this. He said, I believe this should be done by all XRPL projects. Rewarding and airdropping validators should be a standard practice from now on. People who contribute to the health of the network should always come first. Here is a post from my fellow XRP YouTuber, Crypto Eddie. She said, well done, XRP Productions. That's XRPP, and he's one of the co-founders, I came to find out. And I'm sure other people knew this well before me, and he's been in space and stuff. I don't really do the Twitter Spaces thing. Maybe I should get more of that. But anyway, said, well done, plus Zerpaay team, plus ecosystem participants. It's the first XRPL validator rewards program I've seen like this. Thinking outside the box to compensate operators for their network sustaining efforts. I imagine/hope others will follow your lead. And so I had a little bit of a discussion with him on X publicly. It's not a direct message thing. And I just found it endlessly fascinating. So I congratulate him because like why wouldn't this get tried? If they're really doing this, and they are. Again, I can't think of a downside. If you can think of a downside, you guys tell me. I just think it's cool, and clearly they're doing this to support the XRP Ledger ecosystem. So it's good. So it'll benefit them and everyone. Pretty cool, right? So awesome. I don't know. You guys just tell me what you think. This is the only thing I wanted to cover in this video. I just found it to be so fascinating. I was like, I got to make a video about this. So again, I'm sure some of you already were aware of Zerpaay, but even if you were aware of Zerpaay, you didn't know about this. Not before today, anyway. Maybe you knew it before you heard it from my video. If you were on social media platform X, maybe you caught wind. But this is a new development. It just cools out here. So I actually did end up writing to where did I put it here? Got it. Oh, here it is. So I responded to Panos technically, but I tagged David Schwartz because he does have a case, and again, his case is compelling for the idea of the best incentive is no incentive. But it seems like a lot of people in the community disagree, obviously. And so I found this fascinating because, again, you're not changing the XRP ledger itself. This is just a community-driven effort, which is different. There's any number of ways they could do it, and they're using the XRP ledger to make this happen. So I just think it's neat. But I did write to, or post this on X, and I tagged David Schwartz. I wrote, I was wondering if you have an opinion on this, David Schwartz. I've always found your argument for the best incentive is no incentive compelling. Of course, this new proposed program won't technically change the lack of incentive for validators. It's purely supplemental, but certainly interesting. And he doesn't owe me a response. I'd love to hear from him though, because it's a very interesting topic. And so again, I meant what I wrote there. It doesn't technically change anything as far as the XRP ledger is concerned. It's from the community and it's supplemental. Then you had XRPP at XRP_productions share that Zerpaay thread and wrote the following. Not just a silly meme coin project. With the Zerpaay XRPL Validator Rewards program, we want to start a movement in which XRPL validators are finally compensated for their network-sustaining efforts from the very projects that owe their existence to the network. And then there's also this. Here we go. This is cool as hell, and this looks graphically impressive. Like, this is something I could see being on a modern gaming system. So Zerpaay, the Zerpaay folks, they're creating a video game. Like, there's a short 7-second clip of it. It's on loop on your screen right now. And Zerpaay shared this. This was on December 22nd. And it's funny because I actually saw this, and again, not knowing what ZRPY was and always seeing new coins pop up in my thread, I saw it, I was like, oh, that looks neat, and I didn't think anything more of it. Didn't realize what it was. But again, there's an overwhelming amount of information on X, like I don't blame myself for it. But anyway, I had seen the clip. And so here's what they wrote, December 22nd. We're in hot pursuit of finishing level 2 of our flagship Zerpaay video game, and soon you'll be able to connect your summon wallet and play to earn. But remember, holding 5,000 Zerpaay is the ticket to access. So I think it looks neat. They're building, folks. They're building on the XRP ledger, and builders should always be supportive. So neat stuff. Anyway, so shout out to Zerpaay and XRPP and everybody on the team. Shout out and credit. Where it's due. It'll be interesting to see what they do moving forward. And I let XRPP know I'll definitely be keeping a close eye on what they're doing moving forward. Now that I'm aware that it's them and what their intentions are here. Now that I'm familiar with the coin, probably lots of neat stuff in the future if I had to hazard a guess. So cool all around. But anyway, I'll go ahead and wrap up here. I am not a financial advisor. You should not buy or sell anything because of anything I say or write. That would be a very, very, very bad idea. Until next time, to the moon, Lambo.